This is the Hypothetically Sound podcast,
hosted by Alec, Randy, and Xavier,
where we take a hypothetical look at the world around us,
exploring the what-ifs, maybes, and how comes.
Join in on the unfiltered, raw, and real conversations
as we explore the world around us.
Welcome back to Hypothetically Sound. Glad you guys are tuning in with us today. Hope everything in your life is going well. Clearly, we have been gone for a little bit, but we are back with another episode in our Cryptid series. How are you doing, Alec?
I'm doing pretty good, dog. Hey, Rand, I have a question.
Okay.
Okay, so listen. I've been thinking about this actually for a little bit now. So you know how chickens are related to dinosaurs, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Right? They're like descendants or some shit.
Yeah.
Do you think that means like a T-Rex tastes like chicken?
I'm gonna say maybe. Because everything tastes like chicken, right? That's what everybody says. Oh, it tastes like chicken. Oh, it tastes like chicken. Is that because just chicken is bland?
I think chicken just has a universal taste, you know?
Yeah. Or is the Matrix failing and it doesn't know what chicken tastes like, and so everything tastes like chicken?
See, that's weird. I'm quite literally asking if, like, the descendant of dinosaurs tastes the same as they did.
No, I would guess not. I would guess, like, unless there was a giant chicken, because ostrich doesn't taste like chicken.
How do you know? Have you had ostrich before?
No, but I've seen people eat ostrich and they say it's very gamey.
You're just gonna take the word of random people then?
Yes.
That's crazy.
I don't think anything tastes like chicken. I think the reason chicken tastes like chicken is because of how we have conditioned chickens to live. So they're very not gamey. They're very monotone flavors.
Also,
just because of how they live and grow.
Also, we are assuming that a chicken and ostrich are related, but I do not think they are.
Aren't they?
They're birds.
Aren't like a chicken and a duck related in some form?
I do not think a chicken and a duck are related.
Aren't they like the same like avian bloodline? It just at some point a mama duck and a papa chicken fucked, and then now we have just straight ducks. Or straight chickens? I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, dog.
Luckily, Google is free, so I can just hit this up real quick. Parrots are close relatives to falcons.
Oh, okay.
Pigeons are more closely related to flamingos than they are crows, and ducks are related to chickens.
I was right. Look at that. I'm always right, dog.
But
I see it one time and it sticks in my trapper.
Okay, but ostriches are not like that, you know?
Yeah, understandable. You know, they're big ass flight birds where chickens are flightless birds.
Ostriches cannot fly, Ran.
Ostriches can fly?
They cannot fly.
They can fly farther than chickens?
They cannot fly.
Ostriches can fly. They can fly.
You know what? Let's play another game.
No, wait.
Google is free. Can ostriches fly? The answer is no.
I could have swore they could fly.
But they're fast as hell.
I honestly thought they sped to like their 60 miles an hour jump and like flap little tiny wings.
I think like top speed's 40. Guess what? Google's free. Let's see how fast it is. How fast can an ostrich run? 43 miles per hour.
That was close. You
thought they could fly, bro.
Hey, dog. You know,
they're not some planes. They don't just run at full speed and put out their wings and the air current brings them up.
Maybe that's how the people who made the planes came up with the idea. They were walking around, they saw an ostrich run super fast, and then slowly lift off the ground and just glide.
Adult ostriches weigh between 250 and 300 pounds.
Yeah, no.
And it is 9 feet tall.
Imagine a linebacker running at you like that.
And he puts out his arms and he's not going to start floating.
Hey, I thought maybe it was a possibility, dog. What I know about ostriches, I've never seen one.
This is what I'm saying. You use an ostrich as a comparison is weird.
You know, speaking of comparisons,
you
know that there's a comparison to the Loch Ness Monster in America? A comparison.
Conspiracy comparison, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Comparison.
And that's what we're talking about today. We are talking about the cryptid of New York and Vermont and a little bit of Canada called
Where in Canada?
Champ. Quebec.
I was really hoping you'd mess that up.
Nah, Quebec. Yeah, we're talking about Champ today, also known as Champy, the Loch Ness Monster of America.
Bro, ain't it kind of weird that, like, there's so many Loch Ness monsters out there?
Yeah.
Or type Loch Ness monster type thingies in, like, water. It's not even, like, oceans and shit. It's lakes.
Yeah.
Like, what's stopping us from exploring a lake? You feel me?
Right? A lake that's only, like, 100 feet deep at max.
Okay, well, Google is free. And I feel like 100 feet. Yeah.
It was a lot, yeah.
I don't know. I honestly don't know.
Well, like Lake Champlain, for example, where Champ is 125 miles long body of fresh water, shared by Vermont, New York, and a little bit of Canada.
400 feet.
Oh, so yeah, it's not very deep for a big monster to be hiding.
Yeah, I'm a big boy. I can almost touch your bottom if I swim.
And what's interesting about this one compared to Loch Ness? So Loch Ness, we've talked about in a previous podcast. While it is very popular, not very many sightings of it. Like, the sightings are very limited and well documented. But with Champ, there have been over 300 reported sightings of it. So at least 300 people have went out of their way to document that they've seen this creature in the lake, in Lake Champlain. And the earliest one, which is why the lake is called Lake Champlain, happened in 1609 by Samuel D. Champlain, which is the founder of Quebec, interestingly enough, and the namesake for the lake. Apparently, people have come up and said that he is the earliest source of seeing it, while the document that they point to doesn't directly state it. They said that Champlain has been quoted in papers that he saw a 20-foot serpent thick as a barrel and had a head like a horse.
I'm gonna keep it a buck fitty with you. I just found this body of water. I named it after myself. I want people to know about it. I think, like, shit, I saw a dinosaur too. Is that
something you think people would think of in 1609? Like, don't get me wrong, legacy is always a human concept that they strive for.
1609, being a founder of a place, right, already, and then finding, like, a lake to name yourself, people are going to believe whatever the hell you say. Or, like, you're going to have believers and, like, less skeptics, right?
Yeah.
That's the word? Yeah,
skeptics,
sure. Yeah. So, like, yeah. I mean, how else do legends become legends, right? Like, someone needs to start bullshitting.
Not true.
Or missee something and then be, like, over-exaggerating it because it's just human nature. You over-exaggerate things and make it more interesting naturally. Like,
yeah, same with, like, mermaids. That's how mermaids became popular. You got sailors out in the ocean or seas, and they're out there for a long time, and they mistake my brain went manatees as mermaids or these creatures. And they got sirens, which can be, a lot of times are contributed to just seasickness for the sailors, or sea illnesses for the sailors for being out there on their own for so long.
Yeah, I mean, you just take, and I think it just makes things more interesting too. To be fair.
Yeah,
like, hey guys, I found a lake, or hey guys, I found a lake, named it after myself, and there's a fucking dinosaur in it. Which one just sounds cool?
So 1609 is the first reported. In 1819, so 200 years later, plus, a report from a Plattsburgh Republican publication titled Cape Ann Serpent on Lake Champlain reports that a Captain Crum cited an enormous monster. He estimated the monster to be 187 feet long and approximately 200 yards away from him.
Do you think he like reached out his hands to measure that? You know what I'm saying? Like when he was telling people, he's like, it was at least this big.
I mean, how he would have to see it, like to estimate 187 feet from 200 yards away, so 2 football fields away. Yeah, for him, he probably had to spread his hands like only like 2 feet apart. That's the size of it. And so he was like, well, if it's this far away, let's just, I don't know how you come up with that guesstimation of like, oh yeah, it was 187 feet long. But despite the great distance, he claimed to have witnessed it being followed by 2 large sturgeons and a billfish. It is wild. That
This man has some eyes.
right? Oh, I saw this giant monster, but then I also saw a couple sturgeons and a couple other fish following it. It might have been a log. I'm not sure.
Bro, that's insane. Like, okay, seeing that thing from 200 yards,
Mhm.
fair. Seeing the other 2 things behind it and being able to get a detailed, I'm assuming he has a detailed like description, right?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, being able to have a detailed description of something that far away is insane. And maybe he had one of those like pirate.
Yeah, he might have had the
stethoscopes.
Yeah,
That's not what it's called. Telescope. Yeah, maybe he had a telescope.
what are they called? Google's your friend.
Telescope. I just said it.
It's not a telescope.
Yeah, it is. It's the
It's
same
like
thing.
it's like an omniscope or something.
It is called a pirate telescope.
No way, it's called a pirate telescope.
Yeah, I just Googled what is a pirate telescope called. And it just said pirate spyglass, I guess you can call
Spyglass,
it.
yeah, spyglass. That's what
But
it
it's a
is. Spyglass.
telescope. It's literally
It is spyglass.
What is,
They call it a spyglass in art.
Pause.
I call it a spyglass in life.
What is a pirate spyglass called? Telescope. The telescope. Often called bring 'em near. Like what do you want? It's a telescope.
He had to have one because he said that it had 3 teeth and the eye colors of peeled onions. That's how you know this was from 1819. Who compares the colors to peeled onions?
What a color is that? Is that just like a whitish? Yellow white?
Yeah.
Wait, red onion? Yellow onion? See, this man.
He did say he also described the monster as having a belt of red around its neck and a white star on its forehead. This
Sounds
dude
like a
saw a
Pokemon.
Nazi.
He saw a Nazi. Nazi dinosaur. That's crazy.
Oh, that is wild. Like, how do you like come up with this stuff? That's wild. 1883 is the next sighting of this creature. A sheriff named Mooney claimed that he had seen a water serpent about 20 rods.
That's it. Depending on what rod we're measuring, like if it's my rods, that's only like 60 inches.
In this instance, it is equivalent to 110 yards.
Okay, so not mine. Got
from
it.
where he was on the shore. He claimed that he was so close he could see round white spots inside its mouth, and that the creature appeared to be about 25 to 30 feet in length. Mooney sighting led to many more alleged eyewitnesses coming around that time. Because if the sheriff sees it, you can't have a crazy sheriff, because then all the villains are going to come to your town and take advantage. So, you know, everybody in this in the city or town that it happened in ran over to the lake and was like, I see it too.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, yeah, again, it's back in the time where like 1 or 2 people start saying it, and it's like, hell yeah, you're right. There was a dinosaur in that lake all along.
And then now we get to what makes this a tourist destination. Like, so all that history is easily debunkable. But then in 1977, a woman on vacation with her family takes a picture.
With her family? Fuck.
With her family.
Takes
a picture. Takes a picture that shows the monster with its head out of the lake.
Okay.
This is the issue, though. The entire bay of the lake where the photograph reportedly was taken is no deeper than 14 feet.
Okay, so maybe it wasn't that big. Maybe people have been saying it's bigger than it actually is. You know what I'm saying?
They see.
It has been only men up until this
it's
point.
8 inches.
It has been only men up to this point talking about how big it is. So, like, the chances are very good that they may have over exaggerated it a little.
Yeah. So they sent the photo to get authenticated, and the person who was authenticating realized that the two most vital elements in verifying the photo were missing. She didn't have the negative. She said she threw away the negative, and could not locate where she snapped the photo.
Okay, so she's lying.
That's what it comes down to. Like, 'cause if you have the negative, you're able to blow it up and see it in greater detail. And then, while the picture should have given away the location to not know exactly where you took it, I guess that makes sense. Like, I've taken tons of pictures, and I couldn't tell you the exact location that I was standing when I took it, but it's still weird that she threw away the negative if she was going to authenticate the picture.
Yeah, I don't. It's weird. It is very weird.
And so there hasn't been too many recent sightings. There was a video taken by a fisherman named Dick and his stepson Pete in 2005.
I don't know why that's funny. It's funny. It's just adventures of Dick and Pete out here. Fucking, we're gonna go hunt a dinosaur.
They said that the images may be interpreted as either the head or neck of a pileosaur-like animal. So just like a long neck.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of people are thinking it might just be an eel, just a large eel, freshwater eel. The FBI, two retired FBI people looked at it and was like, it could be whatever. But yeah, other than that, there hasn't been too many things. A lot of people are saying that, yeah, it could be eels, or they could be part of the crocodile family and just be large crocodiles, freshwater crocodiles. But in the heart of that town and the Champlain Lake, Champ will always be their breadwinner. It's an important part of the culture, obviously, for the city. Has such a large history. They have Champ Day there. The Vermont has a baseball team where the mascot is Lake Monster. And so, yeah, they have definitely rallied around Champ as a folklore hero, cryptid for the town and a tourist destination.
I mean, hell yeah, honestly. Gotta do what you gotta do.
Became so popular, apparently, that just last year, a feature film, dramatic film, Lucy and the Lake Monster, was in the works about a young orphan girl and her grandfather looking for Champ.
Oh, that's also kind of sick.
Yeah, it could be interesting. Apparently, it was based off a best-selling child's novel and turned into a movie. Went into post-production in May, so just this past May, with plans to screen in theaters and stream on Netflix and other outlets if it obviously gets picked up.
Oh yeah, that'd be kind of sick. I have to watch it just because.
Yeah, it's super dope. Like, when was the last time you saw a Loch Ness Monster movie? Is there a Loch Ness Monster movie?
Google's our best friend. Google is free.
Google is free.
Loch Ness Monster movie. It looks like there was one in 2009 called The Water Lord. 2007. Sorry. And there is it's called the Water Horse. Yeah, there's a Loch Ness horror movie. Looks like it's coming out. And then there is Loch Ness, which was a fantasy adventure film in '96. That's all I've seen so far.
$1 million idea, dog. Possibly $1 billion, possibly $1 trillion idea.
Okay.
Anthology series.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah.
Where we go through each cryptid as a horror monster.
Oh. I mean, most of them already are.
Yeah, but ours will be connected. They're all connected by a
mystical force.
Yeah, mystical force.
A giant spider in the sky.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they hunt all these people in like this weird realm. That's just Dead by Daylight, dog.
Damn. But we use cryptids. They use villains.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
Well, thank you guys, everybody, for listening to this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. We were going to be coming out with more cryptids on a regular basis now that we're back home. We're done traveling. It's winter, so we're settling in to put in work. Alec, do you know what time it is?
No, what time is it?
It is time for your shout out.
All right, shout out to all the people who knew ostriches don't fly. This doesn't apply to Randy, apparently. Like, sucks to suck, nerd. But hey, you know, that's where we're at this point, I guess. He is almost 35, by the way. just gonna put that out there. Kind of crazy.
I don't know what you're talking about, dog. I never said ostriches could fly. I just said they run really fast. And then jump in the air and glide. That's flying, right?
Yeah. Sure.
Again, thank you guys.
Make
sure to follow us on all of our sites. Hypothetically Sound on Podbean, on WordPress, on Twitter, on Facebook. We're everywhere. Give us a like. We post daily on most of our content. If you want to look at Alec's art, you can go on Tumblr. You can go on Instagram, Free Alec, or Alec of the West, or Alec, or I don't know what names you go by nowadays. Probably just the first one that I said. But until next time, you guys have a wonderful day. Deuces.
Have a good time. Bye.
Bye. Thank you for listening to Hypothetically Sound. We hope you enjoyed the episode. All episodes can be found at hypotheticallysound.podbean.com, as well as on Apple, Spotify, and Pandora. For full unedited video versions of the podcast, please visit us at youtube.com/hypotheticallysound.